Welcome to today's throat balancing, dare I say, throat healing yoga session under the Kututa Yoga lockdown yoga sessions. And we are in day 30. Even if you just joined us today, you are welcome. My name is Yoga Sensei Tawani Clark, in case we're meeting for the first time. Class starts in approximately 10 minutes. So we have time to get things together. What we will need for today's class, apart from, of course, a yoga mat, if you have a yoga mat. Don't worry if you don't have a yoga mat. For many years, I didn't have a yoga mat and I relied on my carpet. So if you have a carpet, if you have a blanket, that is great. We're going to turn ourselves upside down in shoulder stand. So great to have a couple of blankets folded up to use for the neck, and grab a chair. And cushions, if you have any cushions, grab some cushions, or blocks. If you don't have blocks, a couple or several thick books also are great for that. There's still time to invite people to join us for the class. Grab the other people in your class, inspire them to do this class with us. And if the people you'd like to invite are not with you in the house, simply create a watch party. If you're watching this on Facebook live, create a watch party, share it after this class, or if you're watching on the YouTube channel, just remember to subscribe so that you get any notifications. Click the bell for notifications and you will be informed on when we have new classes. Let me go straight into an overview of what exactly the throat chakra or the throat energy center is all about. And as usual, let me know how you're doing. Always good to know who's in class today, right? It's really wonderful for me to know that you are here and welcome you to today's class. The throat chakra, a very special chakra for me. I like to say that all of us have a devil chakra, or the area, the energetic center that gives us the most problem. Think about whatever illness you have. Where does it tend to be? For me, it tends to be in the throat. If I get sick, it tends to start with a sore throat. So this is one of the reasons why I say this is my devil chakra. But the converse is, if I balance and work this out, this simultaneously can be my angel chakra. This is where my gifts are, to be here, to use my voice, to take this class and help us all be in a better place. The throat chakra is just that. It is covering the throat, the nose, and the ears, or the ear, nose, and throat area. Obviously, the mouth and the teeth are also covered on a physical level. Its function is communication and expression to help us communicate our truth. The element is ether, so a little bit more refined than air. Welcome, Janet. Welcome. Even if you just come into the chat just to say hi, just to let us know that you're here, it's lovely to know you're here. I'm sorry, Janet, to hear that you're dealing with a sick dog. Maybe use your voice to help just calm and reassure him. That's really, really sweet, really compassionate of you. We go with the flow. What can we do? So the throat is just that, expressing ourselves. In the case of Janet, it's using her voice to help soothe her dog, and we can use our voice. It is an amazing tool if we are able to be aware of it. What can happen, as I mentioned, if we are not balanced, if something is wrong, we can have problems with the throat, with the ears, with the nose area, also with the thyroid. The thyroid is a big issue, particularly in women these days. Hormonal issues, unfortunately, are on the rise. The more stressed we are, the more the hormones tend to come out of whack. And at the thyroid, what happens for a lot of women and men, but generally I see this more in women, is hypothyroidism, where the thyroid level is low, which means we have low energy and increase weight. We put on weight because we're not burning as much. Yoga will help bump up and balance that. What I see less commonly is hyperthyroidism, where the thyroid is really like fast and you can feel a little bit anxious and maybe burn and lose weight. Whatever the issue, yoga definitely helps to balance that area, and also the parathyroid. Emotionally, if we have issues here, we may be overly critical, be prone to lying, have low creativity, no sense of humor, really feeling that we're not working in a vocation that works for us. This area tends to develop from the ages of 16 to 21 in the first circle of life, and then later from the ages of 46 to 51, and then later from the ages of, I think, 76 to 81. So it's 30-year jumps when we are in the throat chakra area. So what happens is, if we tend to have trauma in those windows, it may lead to us having problems in this. I think there was a heartbreak. I think there was a heartbreak in my throat chakra, and that's why I'm dealing with throat chakra issues. About 4 minutes more to class. If you want to get your stuff together. Francis is here. You sent me a flower. Thank you very much. And of course, it's Plough Friday. Thank you, Francis, for reminding me that today is Plough Friday, when we celebrate life and put a flower in our hair or anywhere in our body or on our person. So what are the solutions? What are the solutions if we have issues with our throat chakra? Of course, we can do yoga, and that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to go over the class shortly. What we can also do in addition to that is to use our throat positively. We can sing. I'm not the greatest of singers, but I still try to sing. I love to chant. Chanting is what I do very regularly, a chanting meditation. We can use our voice positively. We can say positive affirmations. That's another way to use the throat chakra in a positive way and break some of the negative cycles that we have. We can do guided meditation that takes us through the throat chakra, like we're going to do later on, and has some affirming nature, using the throat in an affirming nature. The color blue, you can see there's a little bit of blue somewhere on my scarf. Remember, I said earlier that we tend to be drawn to the colors that we need to help us heal. So wear that blue scarf. I know I have a client, a good friend of mine, she regularly wears blue scarves. I also have a beautiful sky blue scarf that I'm drawn to wear at times like that. Moving on now to just get an overview of what the class will look like. The class, as usual, will start with centering, bringing us fully in this time and space. And then from there, we'll go into our pranic healing warm-up, do our all-round body conditioning in Sun Salutation. After Sun Salutation, we'll come down in our 3 daily squats, something that is very much missing from our lives. Focus on the core part of our class, which is the throat, working our abdomen, our 6-pack or 8-pack area in the leg raises, which is a great preparation for the shoulder stand, and Halasana or Plough pose, which is really going to focus on the throat. We're going to release in the counter, also working the throat in fish pose. Then we're simply going to twist out, lying down twists, and relax back for our guided meditation, which is going to take us about 10 minutes. So that is the class in a nutshell. We have just a minute to go over the guidelines or the rules to help us get the best out of the class. Rule number 1, I don't see Chi-Chi here to help me with the rules, but let's go through it. Guideline number 1 is to be aware of our face, to keep a pleasant face. I say this is the early warning system. If we start frowning, it's an indication that something's not right. Then we can go deeper into our mind, into the positive attitude. Check, that's rule number 2, positive attitude. We can check, is our attitude positive? Are we affirming? Checking that we're not judging and being critical of ourselves. mind the gap that helps open up our body and our energy. We will feel more energetic, we'll be more positive if we sit open, minding the gap. And rule number 4, of course, is go with the flow. Don't force things. If things don't feel right, then look at what you can do. Maybe you need to pull back. Maybe you're pulling back too much. Maybe you need to go. Maybe we can go a little bit forward. So that, in a nutshell, are our 4 guidelines to help us get the best of today's class. Are we ready? I'm going to be following that rule today. I'm still a little bit stiff on my left shoulder over here and neck area, and also I've started my piece, so you will see that I'll make some adjustments in today's class. Coming back on the mat, taking care on how we come down to the floor, so checking that our back remains straight, keeping it safe, which also means we mind the gap in front. We bend at the hips and at the knees as we gently come down to the ground. How we sit on the ground is really dependent on what's going on in our body. Do we need to simply sit in what I call fireplace pose with the knees slightly bent in case the hips and the knees need this position? If all's good with the hips and the knees, perhaps you're more comfortable in a cross-legged pose or easy pose. Easy pose over here. Personally, I'm more comfortable in this half lotus pose. Minding the gap is very important over here. If you happen to be struggling to mind the gap, a great thing to do is to sit on your pillow, on the block, on those few books to elevate the pelvis like this. We're grounding back, inhale, lengthening, exhale, index fingers to thumbs. Inhale, bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Exhale, let's just close our eyes for our few minutes of meditation, focusing on the breath. As we're breathing, I'll set an intention for us to connect to our throat chakra, open our throat chakra, to be able to listen to all of our self at a physical level, mentally, in our thoughts, and spiritually, in our spirit and soul. To listen and to be able to communicate to ourselves in an affirming, positive way. Knowing our true selves, knowing ourselves in the process, which then will allow us to speak our truth out into the world. The world is waiting for us to speak our truth, to help others speak their truths. And through others speaking their truths, we will have a better understanding of others and life, maybe requiring us to update our truth if necessary. Breathing deeply. Inhale, gently open eyes and bringing the hands together at the heart. And exhale, hinging forwards, coming off the raised bit. Namaste, welcome. Holding it down here, trying to keep your hips down. Inhale, strengthen, lengthen forwards. Exhale, relax. Feeling the stretch where it is. Still feeling my shoulder a little bit outer hip. Inhale, come up. And exhale, we want to change, put opposite leg in front. Inhale, lengthen up again. And exhale, relax and hinge forwards. Inhale for some length. Exhale, relax, surrender, enjoy the stretch. Outer left hip for knee now. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. changing the legs, bringing that right leg in front if we're sitting cross-legged, in front or on top. Warming up the whole spine now in a seated cow-cat, hanging onto the knees. Inhale the shoulders back and exhale them down. Inhale, pull the chest forwards, lifting the chest and the chin, looking up. Exhale, round into the letter C over here and breathe. Shoulders are released, arms straight. Inhale. Exhale, relax, a few more breaths, maybe feeling the stretch between the shoulders and the neck. Definitely I'm feeling it there. Or between the shoulder blades or between the shoulders. Wherever you feel it is where you feel it. One more time. Inhale, chest forwards, up, look up, chin up. Exhale, round, chin into the chest, gazing down at our belly button, relaxing shoulders. And release. Inhale, sitting upright, sitting on a pillow, if that helps. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, relax, and we work our eyes, keeping our head still making big circles with the eyes to the right. So clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anti-clockwise to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keeping the eyes closed to rest them. Let's bring our palms together and rub our palms together as hard and fast as we can to generate some heat into the palms of the hands to soothe our eyes. Rubbing, 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 rubbing. Generally have cold hands, so I need to rub a little harder and faster. And then inhale and place those warm palms onto the eyes. Exhale, gently push them into the eyeballs to soothe them. Inhale, lengthen up the spine. Exhale, draw tightly closed and cupped fingers over the eyes. Inhale, open the eyes underneath closed fingers. Exhale, open fingers and release the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, relax the shoulders and arms. We go into the neck. Inhale, looking to the right. Exhale, looking to the left. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, lengthening up again. And exhale, gently tilting heads to the right and left arm dropping. Inhale, lengthen up, feeling the groundedness to the earth. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, midway, enjoy feeling long and open. Exhale, tilt to the left and drop the right arm. Inhale for length. Exhale for relaxation. Inhale, midway, and exhale, look to the right, over the right shoulder. Inhale, chin to chest, rolling chin along the chest to the left. Look eye level. Exhale, roll the chin to the chest, over to the right. So we're just rolling, inhaling, going forwards and to the left. And then exhaling, going forwards to the right. The back might disturb our neck again. So one more time. Inhale, left. Wow, there's cracks in my neck. Exhale, right. And release. The rest of our warm-up is going to be standing. So let's come to our feet mindfully. Let's take care, no rushing. Inhale, the feet nice and wide. Exhale, engage tummy, pelvic floor muscles, and come up, holding the knees. You can keep your knees a little bit bent here if it helps keep your back straight. If you can straighten, then we straighten and keep the back straight. Keeping it here if we're more than 3 months pregnant, have blood pressure issues or problems with the back. If all's good, inhale, interlace fingers behind the back. Exhale, relax, fall forwards, hands moving away from back. To deepen, inhale, shift the weight to the front of the feet, quads engaged. Exhale, push palms together to deepen, shoulder stretch. Inhale, relax. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, bend knees, hands to knees. Exhale, engage tummy and pelvic floor muscles and come all the way up. Time to get into our super brain yoga. We do this by taking the left thumb. So inhale, left thumb onto right earlobe. Exhale, index finger underneath and press together. Inhale, right thumb onto left earlobe. Exhale, finger underneath. Khechari mudra, that's the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. On an inhale, we're going down. And on an exhale, we're coming up, facing east if we can, doing this 7 times. If you're on your periods, like I am, we can simply just cross our arms like this, or your blood pressure is high, or there's some heart issues, or pregnant. We just let go of our ears and bring our hands down to our shoulders, not engage Khechari mudra, and make more gentle squats. Listen to what your body actually needs to do today. Here we go. Release. How was that? Because I wasn't going as deep, I didn't feel it as much in the thighs, but I definitely felt something. Let's twist. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, relax. Inhale, swing to the right. Twist to the right. Exhale, twist left. Inhale and exhale. 2. Keeping arms shoulder height. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whoa, feel this left side of my upper back. Inhale the arms up, work the shoulders. Exhale them down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change direction. We inhale them up and exhale them forwards for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's work inner shoulders and chest. Inhale, open. Taking it all in, taking life in. Exhale, give ourselves a big hug. Grabbing hold of the shoulder blades and slapping ourselves nicely on the back. Inhale and exhale the other hand. 2 in front. 3, 4. Does that feel good? 5 and 6. Inhale, bend the elbows, fists. Exhale, bring elbows to waist, fists to shoulders. Inhale and exhale back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Still squatting a little bit. Wrist circle to the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's flick fingers. Inhale, bring fingertips together. Exhale, flick down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and open up the chest. Grounding definitely helps being more stable, so bending the legs and fingers pointing outwards and opening, taking them away to help open the chest and the shoulders. Inhale, lift chest, lift chin, look up, opening, thanking the heavens. Exhale, look down, chin to chest, straight arms, back of hands together, chin to the chest, looking down. Speeding this up. Inhale, up, exhale, 2, 3, woo, cracks in the back. 4, I needed this obviously. 5 and 6. Into the waist. Inhaling, inhale left arm up. Exhale right hand here for support or behind the back. Inhale, reach up and to the right. Exhale over to the left for 1. Inhale right. Exhale left. 2. Exhale 3. Looking up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale 4. Ooh, this feels good in the waist. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale and exhale 6. Ooh, didn't realize I needed that. Hips. Inhale the hips forwards and to the right. Exhale back and to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And change the direction to the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the clicks are on my left side today. And bringing the feet together, knees together. We bend softly at the knees as we circle to the right. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearing into the left, energizing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice we're going systematically from the top of the body all the way down. We're now in the lower legs, bending the left leg, bend the left leg, lift the right. Let's shake it out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the knee in place. The hand on the knee can help that. And flex foot as we circle to the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And inhale, flex. Exhale, point at a bounce in the left leg if you want. Knees still. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, that thigh got to work out. Over to the left side. Now, so right leg bends, weight here. Shaking out the left leg 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That feels good. Keeping the knee in place. Flexing foot, circling to the right, inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Outwards to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point, adding a bounce in the right leg if you like. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Helps balance, helps increase our balance into the toes now. Notice I'm bending every single toe back and getting as straight as possible in the front of the ankle. Rotating to the right, big toe to small for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That feels amazing. And inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very difficult to do this with shoes, eh? Literally impossible, but see what we can do when we're barefoot. Bend all the toes back, straighten as much as we can, and this time it's small toe to big toe, inwards to the right for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Used to feel uncomfortable, but now I love it. Outwards to the left, big toe to small for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Almost done. We've done some stretching in the feet and the ankles. Let's do some strengthening. Bringing the feet as close as our thighs and knees will allow. Getting the ankles as close together and the base of the big toes together. Lift those toes. Enjoy the feeling of freedom in the toes and freedom in the fingers, and lifting fingers as well. Shoulders back and down. Strengthen everything. Inhale, tighten, and exhale, relax. Inhale, interlacing fingers. Exhale, send palms down. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale them down. Keeping them down. We inhale our arms up and exhale up onto the ball of the foot. Our job is to keep the ankles together. What tends to happen is the ankles are out. We use the internal communication between the brain and the mind to gently bring the ankles together. Don't worry if it's not all coming together. It's a process. The more we do it, the easier it becomes. Adding some dynamic movement now. Inhale, heels almost touch. Exhale, come all the way up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Definitely stronger toes and ankles and better balance as well. Pranic healing warm-up is up. We move to Sun Salutation, stepping to the front of the mat. The taller we are, the closer we are to the edge of the mat. Proper COVID manners, coughing over there. We start in Tadasana, or mountain pose. Inhale, lift toes, spread them. Exhale, ground toes. Inhale, engage quads, front of thighs. Exhale, tighten the butt a little bit, tucking pelvis. Inhale, minding the gap over here. Exhale, relaxing shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift chest, bring hands to heart. Exhale, relax shoulders, looking eye level. Our aim is to be strong and proud like a mountain, backs of ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over ankles and knees. hold it here. You can have a look at the screen. I'm going to give some adjustments for anyone who's not feeling really energetic and needs to tone it down, or you're more than 3 months pregnant, or your pressure's a bit high, but you can do the class, or your back is giving you a little bit of a problem, but you can still do the class. But the doctor, of course, you've sought guidance that you're able to do the class. When we come into the hands upward pose, you can reach up and not so much back. Listen to, the more we go back, the harder it is. On the forward bend, we can come to a half forward bend, or Ardha Uttanasana, or even bend our legs a little to keep the back straight, as opposed to going into the full pose. When we come down into downward facing dog over here, an easier version is puppy, where the hands are on the ground in the front of the mat, the feet are in the back of the mat, and we simply bring our forehead to the mat. Then, when we are in high plank, we can drop the knees to make it easier. When we are in low plank, you can make figure 8 pose, dropping knees, chest and forehead. When we are in up dog, which is quite a lot of work, an easier pose to be in is child's pose, feet together, knees to the edge of the mat, and relax forehead down and relax the whole body. So that is these are the variations for anybody who needs them. Let's get into Surya Namaskar. Focusing on our breath and being fully present, working all parts of our body. Inhale, reach hands up, out of hip, waist, chest, shoulder. Exhale, push hips forwards, lift chest, look up. Inhale, engage tummy, up. Exhale, forward bend, half or full. Inhale, shift weight to the front of the feet, engage quads. Exhale, relax, bend, hands to floor. Inhale, left leg way back for lunge. Exhale, drop knee, hips forwards. Inhale, lift the chest and look up. Exhale, down dog. Ground hands, broad shoulders, feet together. Inhale, straighten legs. You can come into puppy pose also. Exhale, push the heels down. Inhale into high plank, drop knees if you need to. Exhale, push shoulder blades together. Inhale, squeeze the legs together, straight back. Exhale into low plank, or keep breathing, drop knees, chest and chin to mat. Inhale, up dog or child's pose. Exhale, push shoulders back. Inhale, lift chest, lift chin. Exhale into down dog, broad shoulders, or puppy pose. Inhale, lengthening back, head to feet. Exhale, push the heels down. Inhale into forward bend, the left leg forwards, back weight, foot forwards where it was. Exhale, drop knee, sink hips forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, forward bend, engage tummy, pelvic floor muscles, feet together. Inhale, shift forwards your weight. Exhale, relax or stay in half version. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach hands up, out of hip, waist, chest. Exhale, push hips forwards, lift chest, look up. Inhale, engage the tummy. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to knees, or full Uttanasana. Inhale, shift weight to the front of the feet. Exhale, relax, drop head and nose. Bend legs, hands to floor. Inhale, Halasana, foot way back. Exhale, drop right knee, hips sink forwards. Inhale, lift chest, look forwards. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svangasana, hands down, feet together, broad shoulder. Inhale, lengthen the back, head to feet. Exhale, push the heels down, also puppy pose here. Inhale, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana, drop knees if you need to. Exhale, broad shoulders. Inhale, squeeze knees together. Inhale, Chaturanga Dandasana or Ashtanga, dropping knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svangasana or child's pose. Exhale, shoulders back. Inhale, lift chest, lift chin. Exhale, in back into Adho Mukha Svanasana or puppy pose. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, Sun Salutation, right foot forwards. Exhale, drop left knee down, hips sink forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, Uttanasana, feet together. Exhale, relax, sink weight to the front of the feet. Inhaling, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhale, push hips, lift chest. Inhale, engage. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to the heart. Namaste. How did that go? Ooh, didn't realize I needed that. I definitely feel much better after that. More energized, ready for balances now. We are doing hand to foot. Whatever balance we do, I find 3 things really helpful in getting a beautiful, stable balance. One is grounding. So, lift toes. Exhale, ground them gently on the ground. Inhale, engage quads. Exhale, tighten the butt muscles slightly. Protect lower back. Inhale, mind the gap. Exhale, engage tummy. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, relax shoulders back and down. 2, calmness. Inhale, bring the hands gently to the heart and relax the breath. 3, focus, look eye level at a point and focus. Then inhale, extend your right hand out, pointing index and middle finger. Exhale, drop hand and grab your big toe. Now, if you can't grab hold of your foot, remember you can use a scarf or something. I have my scarf here, or blanket to hook your foot in and hold your foot like that. What is important is this, whatever way we grab hold of our foot, what is important is the standing leg is straight and our body is straight. Opening out if we can to the side, keeping the body forwards, and extend the leg only as far as the standing leg and the body remain straight. So this is the key alignment of the pose. And hold it here and breathe. Keeping your toes grounded. Leg muscles engaged, knees ever so slightly bent. Butt engaged, stomach engaged, back long. Hold for 10 more seconds if we can, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Wow. We're working on holding the balance for approximately a minute. It does feel quite long, but this is what gives us excellent balance. We maintain the balance of our youth no matter what age we are with doing this once a day. So if you don't do class, find a way of just balancing for a minute. Hasta Padangusthasana is our balance on the left side now. Inhale, toes up, exhale, ground them gently to the ground. Inhale, engage quads over here. Exhale, tighten the pelvic butt a little bit, tuck pelvis. Inhale, mind the gap. Exhale, tighten a little bit, protect the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, we want the air to come in. Exhale, relax the shoulders and arms. 2, calmness. Inhale, hands together at the heart. Exhale, be aware of the breath, keeping it steady, calm. Inhale, 3, we look eye level. And exhale, we focus, maintaining that. Inhale, extend, right, left hand, pointing index and middle finger. Exhale, drop the arm and lift the foot up so that we're staying straight over here. Again, remember, you can use a sling, a scarf, a blanket to hold here so that we can maintain the posture. Holding it here, opening out if we can, keeping standing legs straight, body straight. This is the key alignment of this pose. Secondary, after that we can open up only to the extent that we keep the alignment in the leg and the body. Otherwise, really not much point coming into this pose over here. And now breathe as we focus on our point, on our breath, on our grounding. Toes still grounded, legs straight but a little soft on the knees, butt engaged, stomach engaged, back along. Ten more seconds if we can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Woo! Do your fingers feel longer? I feel that my fingers are longer. Time for our daily squats. Feet together. Inhale, rotate, feet out 90 degrees, opening hips. Exhale, toes just inside of mat. Inhale, take in the air. Exhale, gently bend at the hip and the knees back straight. Holding it here for a moment. Feel free to stay here if the knees are a little tender, the hips, or high blood pressure, or back issues. If all's good, we inhale. And exhale, come all the way. Staying upright if there's a bump there, inhale. Or exhale, reach all the way forwards. In full Namaskarasana. Pushing the knees out in the direction of the toes, arches lifted. Inhale. And exhale, a nice deep surrender. Check in with the body. We're all about listening. The throat chakra is about listening. What are you feeling in the body? Are we feeling our neck? I'm feeling my neck, especially the left side where got a little bit of a muscle pull there. I think I really know where the levator scapula is now. Maybe lower back, maybe your Achilles at the back, arches, or the ankles. Inhale, 45 degrees to Utpavartasana. Exhale, palms together, push knees in. Inhale, engage tummy, lengthen up. Exhale, lift the heels up. And holding it here if we can, 3 breaths. Exhale, gently release into Halasana. Inhale, 90 degrees to the earth if we can. Exhale, open up the inner thighs here. Abducting the hip. And hold it nice, deep breaths. And we gently sit down for the second part of the class, coming into our key focus poses. I'm not going to force the fun because I said earlier in the beginning, I've got a little bit of a stiff neck over here and I started my period. So I have asked production manager to please come after the leg raises to do the rest of poses that are not great for me to do today. So let's get into the leg raises first, relaxing back onto the elbows and all the way down to the earth. Feet pointed and together. Inhale, tighten the butt, pushing smaller back to mat. Exhale, tighten the tummy and bring it to the spine. Inhale, push shoulders into the mat and down. Exhale, pushing arms and palms into the mat. Inhale, left straight leg, foot pointed, right one. Exhale, lift head, arms parallel to the floor and left leg. Inhale, left leg together to right. Exhale, squeeze legs together as we come up higher. Inhale, the left leg just off the mat. Ground it if you need to, take it easier. Exhale, come high and breathe in. And breathe out and relax. Taking a deep breath in. A deep breath out. The other side. Inhale, tighten butt, small lift back to mat. Exhale, engage tongue. Inhale, shoulders down into the mat. Exhale, palms and arms in. Inhale, left leg up, straight foot pointed. Exhale, lift the head, arms parallel up and right foot up. Or to the ground if we need it. Inhale, right leg up to left. Exhale, squeeze legs together, come high. Inhale, drop right leg to the floor to protect back or just above. And relax and breathe. Ooh. And now we're going to do it one more time. I think 2 rounds is about right for me today. You know, when the periods start, we're a little bit sensitive in this area. I'm going to go with the flow. Inhale, tighten butt, pushing back into mat. Exhale, engage belly, pulling it to spine. Inhale, shoulders down to the mat, down. Exhale, press palms, arms in. Inhale, lift right leg up, straight foot pointed. Exhale, lift the head off the ground, the arms parallel, the leg off or on the ground if you need it there to make it easier. Inhale, the left leg up to the right. Exhale, squeeze the legs as you come higher, stay there. Inhale, the left leg just above the mat. Exhale, come higher, we hold it for 2 breaths. And relax, taking a deep inhale. And a relaxed exhale. Inhale, legs together, tighten butt, push back in. Exhale, engage tummy, spine. Inhale, shoulders down into the mat, away from ears. Exhale, palms, arms in. Inhale, left leg 90 degrees to the floor, point foot. Exhale, lift head off the ground, arms parallel. Right leg off the ground if it's okay with the back. Inhale, lift right leg to left. Exhale, squeeze legs together as we come up. Inhale, drop the right leg just above the floor or to the floor to make it easier. Exhale, come higher and breathe. 1 and 2. And gently relax all the way down on the mat. Inhale, the thighs into the stomach, keeping the pelvis on the ground, and exhale. Rock from side to side in this air release pose or Plough and Matsyasana. So you know what? It's okay. If air is released, I like to say, Shrek said, get out then in. And roll onto the side. Now before production manager comes over and helps me with the poses, those of us who are not able to do the leg raise, not able to do shoulder slant and Plough, we can do bridge pose. So I can demonstrate bridge pose and then I'm gonna ask my production manager. He's looking a little bit worried over there, but I know he's gonna do a great job. I know he's gonna do a fantastic job in showing you guys, demonstrating the poses. I'm just figuring out, this is which way it's good to put the blanket. This is where the blanket comes in. Remember, if you have had any neck injuries and you know they're all right for you to do the class, like a whiplash injury, or your blood pressure is high, or like me, you're on your periods, or your back is a little bit tender, the easier, safer variation to go into that will activate the throat is bridge. Remember, the blanket is not for the head. If you put your head on the blanket, it doesn't help the neck at all. So we put our head on the ground and our shoulders on the blanket about 2 inches or 5 centimeters away. Inhale, we lift up and we hold it here. This is bridge, and then we can come down when we're ready, putting pillows. Now I'm going to invite production manager. He's all warmed up. He did the warm up, I know, in the back. it's not great to go into these poses cold. Thank you. So Chet is gonna lie on his back. I had to do a lot of convincing, guys. Chet is gonna lie on his back on the floor, and I'm gonna move trying to find a position that you can see what's going on. Shoulders are 2 inches or 5 centimeters away. The hands are as close to the body. You really want to make sure your elbows are on the padding. And then the legs can be a little bit straight. We're going to start by taking our feet back onto the chair. It just makes it a lot easier. So inhale and up. We're going to take the legs up and over onto the chair. Just gently taking it however we need. Wonderful. Can you see that? The elbows, just work on keeping the elbows in and pressing the palms in. Remember, just watch if you're doing this for the first time, and then on the second round we can join. Now, keeping the elbows pushed in and the weight on the shoulders, engage the tummy and the pelvic floor muscles. Inhale and exhale, bring the left leg straight up to the ceiling, or as much as you can. Don't worry if you can't get it all the way. Inhale and exhale and bring the other leg, the right leg, up to the left. Beautiful over here. And then once we're here, this is shoulder stand. This is the queen of poses, really powerful, a powerful anti-insomnia pose. Try to reach the legs a little bit more up to the ceiling. Try to reach. Wonderful. You can see how Chet is elongating himself over here. Nice relaxed breathing going on over here as well. So this is shoulder stand, activating the thyroid area, bringing a lot of immune response fighting here, that we can fight off any colds, any COVID germs that could be coming into our system. Now, very slowly with control, bending the legs, bend the legs, bring the heels to the butt, keep the knees together for control, and then bring the feet back to the chair for plough. This is a really deep spine stretch, so don't force it. Straighten the legs if you feel comfortable. If you're finding this easy, you can place the feet on the floor, but today over here we're going to stay with the feet on the floor. Then we get a shoulder stretch by interlacing the fingers behind the back and working on straightening them as much as we can. Can you feel a stretch? Chet says he can feel a stretch. This is beautiful. This is a chief anti-constipation pose, one of the deepest spine stretches that you can get in yoga. Lovely. Remember, if you have any of those conditions, you need to stay in bridge pose. To come out of the pose, the hands are going to release and come onto the ground. And the arms and palms are going to press into the ground. Very important to keep the tummy tight and the pelvic floor locked over here, and gently bend the legs and lower the body gently. Keeping the knees together if you can for control. Beautiful. Relaxing the head back. Nice. And coming all the way down onto the ground. We're going to come into fish pose, which is the counter. For fish pose, I'm going to remove the padding under Chet, under production manager. And Chet is already still keeping his legs together and pointed, and arms. I don't touch all my students as much as this, but I mean, this is my hobby, so I'm taking license. And take the arms underneath you until the hands touch. Try to even get the elbows underneath as well, underneath the body, that is. Great. That's wonderful. Legs still straight, feet pointed. And inhale and arch. Take the weight onto the elbows, lifting the head off the ground. And you see that there's an opening here in the chest and the throat to decompress the throat and release the thyroid muscles over there. And come all the way down and release. and relax over there. All right, we will just do it one more time, not holding as much. I'm going to ask production manager just to come up again so that I can place the padding. I still need his neck and his spine, so I've got to keep it safe. Right, again. Great, the shoulders can move over a little bit this way. You really want to make sure that your elbows are on the padding. If not, it's not steady. Steady, and here we go into a provisional plow so that we can go up into shoulder stand. So legs go, inhale up and over onto the floor first, onto the chair first, just to get the hands right. We can bring our feet down. Then we bring our elbows in, press the palms in, make sure we're really secure. Engage tummy and bring a leg up. Inhale, exhale, bring the left leg up. Really have to engage your tummy here. Inhale and exhale, bring the other leg up again to meet its friend. Relax and breathe, reaching up towards the ceiling. Notice how Chet took his hands down the back, keeping his elbows on the blanket, just holding it here for a few breaths. You can come out of any pose at any time. There should be no strain on the neck. To reach up your legs, that's working the legs. To push your hips more over your shoulders, we are working the butt muscles. To hold it here, working the stomach muscles. So from Salamba Sarvangasana, supported shoulder stand, we go into Plough, Halasana. Inhale and exhale, bend legs, heels towards butt, knees together for control, and the feet go onto the chair or the floor depending on how you feel. Inhale, interlace the fingers over here, and exhale, work on straightening as best you can. If you're finding it hard in the back, you can do what Chet is doing and bend the legs. But if possible, try and keep your feet grounded and touching the surface. To come down, press your palms, engage the tummy super tight, lock the pelvic floor, bend your knees if you're feeling it in the back, but just try and keep those knees together for control. And relax down, all the way down, straightening the legs. Thank you, that was beautiful. Let's just counter before you run off, Chet. Let's counter in the fish so that we balance things out. So lie on your back again. For the fish, you can't wait to leave. And straighten the legs. Straighten the legs over here. And palms down. And remember to push the hands underneath, getting the palms to touch and the elbows underneath. So we don't want the arms bent. We want them as straight as possible in this stage. And then we're going to arch back onto the elbows, lifting the chest. Notice how Chet lifted his head, dropped his head back. We've got pressure there for balancing. For balancing the hormones. This is a great hormone balancing pose. Opening up the parathyroid. This is really good pose to stay a little bit long in if you have hyperthyroidism, meaning you have an overly active thyroid. And gently release and relax and hug the legs in. Sorry, I think I forgot this on the other one. Bend the legs in. You may be feeling fish, Matsyasana in your lower back, and we can just release the back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Some quick twists. Some quick twists before we relax back in Halasana. So arms out. Remember, just take your padding or cushions here just in case we need it to make the pose a little easier or more accessible. Inhale, bend legs, place feet on the mat. Exhale. Inhale, lift hips up, keep them there. Exhale, move hips to the right side of the mat and down onto the right side. Inhale, lift both feet into the air. Legs slightly straight. Exhale, we can bring just the left leg down to check how it is. And then the right. Inhale for length. And exhale, turn and look to the right side. And surrender. And breathe. Check in with your body where you're feeling it. Time for the other side. Press palms and arms and engage tummy, pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, lift right leg up. And left, exhale, place feet down. Inhale, lift the hips there, keep them there. Exhale, hips to the left side and down the left side of mat. Inhale, pick up feet, padding to the right. Exhale, relax the legs onto the right side. Inhale, lengthen and look over to the left side there. Breathing in. Exhale, surrender. Relax. Release. Press the palms and the arms, engage tummy, pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, come up. Exhale, feet on the ground. Inhale, hips up again into the middle. Exhale, down. Inhale, grab hold of the knees. And exhale, roll here for a little bit. Matsyasana. From here, we can stretch our legs out directly into child's pose. If you're expecting, keep them bent and roll over onto the left side. It's time for our 10 minutes Shavasana. I'm just going to turn around. A little bit chilly today. And remember, our body temperature does come down when we calm down. When we relax, our body temperature is going to come down. And as we keep still, our body temperature is going to come down. Tuck up the pelvis, relax back, palms facing upwards, chin in a little bit to the chest. Close the eyes, we breathe. Inhale, visualize energy coming up the body and out through the head. Exhale, visualize fresh energy coming down through the body, relaxing us and exiting the feet. Inhale, fresh energy up the body, out of the head. Exhale, fresh energy down through the body as the body softens, relaxes, sinks into Mother Earth. Energy exiting the feet. Once more. Inhale, energy up. Exhale, energy down. Inhale, energy up through the body, out through the head. Exhale, energy to the throat. Staying at the throat, the pit of the throat chakra area, the front of it. Visualizing a bud. Visualizing the bud gently opening, seeing the beautiful sky blue petals peeping and opening, blooming fully, so that all the sky blue petals are seen. This represents our open heart chakra, open to express ourselves, for expression, for communication. Let's listen, focusing on internal communication. What is our stomach saying? In the yellow solar plexus area. What is our pelvis saying in the orange sacral area? Let's listen, let's feel the sensations there. what are our legs and where our legs meet, right at the bottom, our base, the root, the red root saying, feel right to the tips of the toes. And then communicate love, affirmation. What positive words do we want to give our stomach, our pelvis, our legs, our feet? Continue the internal listening to the chest, to the lungs, to the breasts, to the pectoral muscles, the shoulders, the arms. Extension, our heart area, lungs and chest, extension of the heart chakra, the throat area, upper shoulders, the throat chakra. Feel what's going on there. No judgment, just an observation of what is. Coming up into the head, into the brow area, feeling the face, what's happening in the mouth, with the tongue, with the cheeks, with the eyes, with the forehead. What's happening with the crown, with the top of the head? Can you feel the scalp and the crown area? Listening intimately to all these areas have to say about how they are and feeling. And sending words of affirmation, positive words, words of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most affirming words we can use. As we internally communicate, we get to know ourselves better, know our truths, know what's important for us. Listening to ourselves also at a mental level. What's going on in our minds? What are our thoughts? What are our fears? What are our joys? And giving positive words back. What's in our spirit? What positive words can we offer? Knowing our truths on a physical, mental, and spiritual level. Knowing our truth as it is, and we can always update this truth. We speak our truth to the world. The world is waiting for us to speak our truth. Our truth, we never know how we are being received. Our truth may help others understand their truth and their life in what they are going through. Speaking our truth gives others the courage they need to speak their truth. When others speak their truth, we get to understand them better, understand life better. Maybe then we need to update our truth on the basis of what we have heard, what we have assimilated. The throat chakra is also how we express ourselves through our vocation. Is our vocation in line with where our personal truth is at the moment? We can continue. Do we need to make any changes, edits, whether small or big or drastic? Let's have these conversations within ourselves, allowing us to shine our light into the world, revealing our truth, our purpose. Breathing deeply in, breathing out and gently closing that flower for now, but knowing that it's always open when necessary to express our truth. Hear our personal truth, express it, communicate. Feeling all the energy centers, the color, 7 colors of the rainbow, from the purple crown, the indigo brow, the sky blue throat, the green heart, the yellow solar plexus, the orange sacral, and the red root. The 7 colors of the rainbow spinning together to create white light. The white light is our light, our energy. vibrating and radiating out from the depth of our being, through our bone, flesh, skin, and all directions. The skin is merely the physical border of our energy, that which is so dense we can touch and see. Our energy radiates out beyond this physical border to another energy border, a meter or two, and social distancing our energies in a way are safe, not interacting with others, to help us prevent the spread of COVID and any other negativities. But we also have a seal, so we don't have to worry so much about losing all of our energy. We want to be strong enough to vibrate positive energy out into the world. The world needs it. Let's deal with our negative energy and not spew that out into the world. We wouldn't want to receive negative energy, but we have the border control of the translucent gold seal not to allow negative energy in. It's semi-permeable that we can allow other positive energy to come in to energize us. Hopefully this class is something positive and energizing. Let us share the practices that help energize us. Yoga, singing, whatever works for us. Breathing in deeply. Exhale, relaxing and feeling ourselves grounding, sinking into Mother Earth with our feet back, arms, neck and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, gently wriggling fingers and toes, bringing legs together, squeezing legs together. Inhaling, the arms up, hooking up. Exhale, stretching, reaching as far as we can, yawning if we feel it. Relax. Inhale and exhaling, relax. Inhale, hug the legs in. Exhale, come up, give thanks verbally, appreciation, words of affirmation. I love you. To our body, thank you for all that you have done today. Inhale, relax back, straight right onto it. Exhale, roll over. You can be on your left side if you're already there. Inhale and exhale, we push ourselves up and we have come full circle in our class today. Let's close it, sitting however comfortable, sitting on some elevation if it helps us mind the gap. Inhale, index, fingers to thumb, in Jnana. Exhale, relax, backs of hands down. Inhale, lengthen up, Kechuri Mudra, tip of tongue to roof of mouth. Exhale, soften mouth here and breathe. Our intention was to connect to ourselves, internal communication, listening, physically, mentally, spiritually, what's going on. Speaking, affirmingly to ourselves, lovingly to ourselves, knowing our truth. Speaking our truth out to the world and hearing the truth of others. Updating our truth if necessary. Breathe. Inhale, open eyes, palms together at the heart, from the heart. Namaste. The divine in us salutes the divine in others. Thank you for being part of this throat balancing, I will even say throat healing, Kututa Yoga lockdown session number 30. Can you believe that? That this is number 30 today. In case we're meeting for the first time at the end of the class, my name is Yoga Sensei Tawani Clark, and it's been my great pleasure to take today's class. If you're joining for the first time, this is the 6th week of the class. There are 5 other weeks you can check up on our Facebook page or on the Kututa Yoga YouTube channel as well. So go out and check those classes out, or even if you've done those classes, if you want to do those classes again, if you want to strengthen your back, open your hips, strengthen your core, open your chest, then the classes are here. Now, I'd love to know who's in the class. Great. Some new faces in the house. We have Jordan Johnson, we have Cristobal in the class. Nelufa, so good to see you here. Glad that you could make it. Twinny says, sending turquoise flowers to me and everyone, even though she couldn't join. The class is always here for when you're able to join it. Lovely to have everybody here in the class. How do you feel? Which part of the class was the best for you? Thank you. Francis says, thank you to the assistant. Yes, I offer words of gratitude. We will use the throat to say words of gratitude to the assistant and for all of you actually for being here. Claudia, good to know that you're here. Thank you. I'll have an amazing weekend. I hope that everybody has an amazing weekend and is feeling better. Ideally, we feel better after the class in terms of our energy. We feel calmer, hopefully, more relaxed, but in a strange way, on a higher energy level, in the sense that we are relaxed, but we're not tired. Maybe we have a little bit of energy and clarity and calmness to do something else, anything else that we may want to do. This is the end of week 6 when we have been focusing on the throat chakra. Next week, we are moving one energy level higher, or one energy center higher. The energy level here is a little bit of a higher frequency. Every energy center is at a higher energy frequency. All the energy centers are important. We can't say that the root is less important than the crown. We are whole beings. We need all these energy centers working together and balanced. Next week, we're up to the brow, into the beautiful indigo energy center of vision and intuition. So be sure to join us next week as we move on. The series is going on another week after that as we come to the crown. So do share the classes if you have enjoyed them. Like the page if you're on Facebook. Like the Kututa Yoga page. If you're not sure how to spell Kututa, you see it in the top corner over there. Kututa Space Yoga on the Facebook page. Like, subscribe the channel if you are on YouTube, and hit the bell so you get notifications of new videos. I will be posting the new video generally on Saturday. I will post the video for the class. This is Yoga Sensei Tawani Clark signing out for the week, signing out for the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the day and have an amazing Flower Friday and weekend that follows. Namaste.